Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dylan from Airfare Gaming, and I have a Branded Bystial Despia deck list for you. It's quite different from the one that I made last time when I got 5th place at Locals. I haven't been able to bring this to a tournament yet, but online it's been working really well for me, so let's get into it. Alright, so this is going to be my deck profile. I'm not going to go into detail of combo lines or exactly what every card does specifically. I'm just going to kind of show you what the cards are in my deck, just because Branded's been out for such a long time now that people should know what they do. Alright, so starting out, we have triple Aluber, and then also triple Fawn of Albaz. Some would say to run 2. I like the card at 3. You can run it at 2, but I like the ratio at 3. Running 1 Bystial Lubellion and 1 Saronir. I did like these cards more. I liked 2 Lubellion and 3 Saronir, but I had to drop them because I decided to run the deck at 40, and I didn't know what to cut, so I cut these. They still make the deck functional, but I do like seeing them in my open hand, so it hurts to see these go down. 1 Cartesia. Some people run 2. I run 1 just because it's only necessary at 1 for the combo line. 2 is just kind of like a backup plan, and since I'm running the deck at 40 and it's such a tight deck, and I have tech options in here that I think are necessary, I only ran this at 1. Only 1 McCourier. Some people also run this at 2. You can search it off of Branded Lost to add your hand trap, but I only need 1 for the combo line to add the Cartesia to hand once it's banished. 1 Ab Libitum and 1 Tragedy. Ab Libitum saves lives. This card is really good. You fuse with it off of Branded in Red, and then you can also get another fusion out for free. And then you have your Tragedy that whenever it's sent to the graveyard, you add your Aluber. You have Albion. Albion's main combo line is to send Retribution or Branded in White along with Saronir, sending the other, just so you can banish the Retribution to add the Branded in White. You can also use it for other combo lines if you need to make a makeshift roundabout way to get the fusion. Then 1 Dark Magician for the Dragoon. The hand traps, I'm running double Nib, triple Ash, and triple Imperm. I needed to cut 1 hand trap because 9 was kind of too much in a 40 card deck, and Nib currently I think is the 1 card I could cut. I think Imperm and Ash are just better right now. And then also running triple Crossout. Triple Crossout's going to save you with your Ash. If they go and play Ash against your Branded Fusion, you can send your Ash. Or if you get nibbed, you can send your nib and save yourself. We got triple Fusion and triple Opening. I'm running 2 Fusion Deployment. I wanted to run this card at 3. This card is really good. You can summon your Dark Magician, your Cartesia, or your Fallen of Albaz from the deck, and then continue your plays. But I am running the deck at 40, and I could only run 2 of these. 1 Branded in Red, 1 Branded in White, 1 Branded Retribution. Branded in Red is kind of obvious. At the end of the turn, if you send Albion to the graveyard, you can just set this and then start fusing on your opponent's turn. Branded in White and Branded Retribution is really good for the combo line if you have the Bystials and the Albion sent to the graveyard, because then you can send this and this from your deck to the graveyard. You can banish this and then add this card from your graveyard to your hand, and then you can fusion summon using cards in your graveyard. And you can also use Retribution in a roundabout way to get to Branded Fusion. I'm running 1 Branded Lost. This card searches whenever you fusion summon, and it also saves your fusions from being negated. 1 Gold Sarcophagus and 1 Foolish Burial. Gold Sarcophagus is for McCourier. Banish it from the deck and then add your Cartesia. And then Foolish Burial has tons of play. You can send the Tragedy for the Aluber as normal, or you can send Lubellion to the graveyard if you need it. You can send the Saronir or the Albion to then further send your Retribution or Branded in White. You can send the Ab Libitum and then fuse with the Branded in Red. Whatever it is, this card's really good. And then lastly, for the 40th card in my deck, I am running Call by the Grave to save you from Ash. For this extra deck, 1 Granguinal and 1 Rhinebrum. These are really good for the main combo line that I like to go down, and then Granguinal is really good for tagging out for the Despias. One Lubellion. One Lubellion's fine. I'm not scared of cash anymore. You have 2 Albions, and then 2 Mirror Jades. For some off things, I have Abelenidus and Titaniclad. Titaniclad can get himself up to 3,700, and then Abelenidus is just really good for contact fusing with dragons on the field. And also, if you run out of Albions and you're playing late game, you can send this to the graveyard to add Branded Fusion. 1 Masquerade, 1 Kiertis, and 1 Proskinian. Really good for branded and red targets, as well as Proskinian is really good with tagging out for Grand Guinal. 1 Dragostapelia, just for the off case that you have to normal summon your Fallen of Albaz and fuse with your opponent's fusion monster. 1 Dragoon, this card's nuts. It's the best card in the deck. You just make this and you win. And then Guardian Chimera, you get your pop 2, draw 1, or draw 2, pop 1, whatever it is. And then for the side deck, the 1 Nib. If I'm playing against Cash, Branded's, Sword Soul, I side this in. I also have 2 Contact C's, 2 Radiant. Radiant's just a really good card. You can, a lot of people are starting to get smart and get around Nib and Lava Golem and Raw Sphere mode. And if they just make 1 Arise Heart, Kaiju it, you hit the Radiant. And then I also, because this is a dark, you can fuse it with Fallen of Albaz. So you normal summon Fallen of Albaz, discard 1, and then fuse with your opponent's Kaiju that you just summoned on their field. The Expulsion play, everyone hates it, but we love it. We got Expulsion, we got the Gimmick Puppet, and then we got Jinzo. Jinzo saves lives against Trap Tricks and Labyrinth, and for whoever's weird and is playing Eldritch still, everyone should know what this card is. Stops your opponent from essentially summoning. And then Expulsion, some people main deck this. It's a pretty good main deck, but I just side it. And I also side this. I think if you win your dice rolls, you should be main decking these 2. But I literally lose every dice roll, so I do not main deck it. I'll just play the game. If I win, then I'm gonna go first. If I lose, I side this in going second. Or correction, sorry, I side this in going first. All right, and then we got 3 evenly matched. 3 Dimensional Barrier, and lastly, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Let me know in the comments if you think I should change anything around, any good techs, anything you disagree with, anything you agree with, and I'll see you guys later. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.